Hello students, good time to all. I am Chandan Kumar Pradhan. Welcome to your YouTube channel Chandan Physics. In this video, we are going to discuss addition, subtraction and some laws related to vectors. Let's begin. Addition of two vectors, that means let two vectors A vector and B vector can be added to give the resultant vector R according to either triangle law of vector addition and the parallelogram law of vector addition. That means let us discuss what is the triangle law of vector addition. If A vector and B vector are represented by the two sides of triangle taken in same order, then the resultant is represented by the third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. This is let A vector and that is B vector. A vector and B vector be the two sides of a triangle, be the two sides of a triangle taken in same order, direction of A and direction of B. That means the direction of A vector is same as that of direction of B vector. That means the order is same. Then the resultant of these two vectors is the opposite side, or that means the third side of the triangle taken as opposite order. This one is the resultant of that of two vectors. The direction is just like the opposite. This is given by R vector. That's why I can write A vector plus B vector is equal to R vector. This is the triangle law of vector addition. Again I repeat, if A vector and B vector are represented by the two sides of a triangle, the two sides of a triangle taken in same order, the order is same, then the resultant is represented by the third side of the triangle. The resultant is given by the third side of the triangle taken in opposite order. That means A vector plus B vector is equal to the resultant, that is R vector. Another law of vector addition, that is parallelogram law of vector addition. If the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram represent two vectors, then the diagonal of the parallelogram will represent the resultant. Graphically we can represent this is let A vector and this one is let B vector. Then the resultant is the diagonal of that of parallelogram. The diagonal is, this one is the diagonal and that is the resultant vector R. We can write R vector is equal to A vector plus B vector. Again I repeat, what is the parallelogram law of vector addition? If the two adjacent sides of a parallelogram represent two vectors, then the diagonal of the parallelogram will represent the resultant. A vector and B vector are the two adjacent sides of that of given parallelogram. Then the diagonal of that parallelogram, that is R vector, represents the resultant of these two vectors, that is A vector and B vector. These two are the statements of vector addition, that is triangle of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition. But if we mathematically represent these two, we can write it in a different way. Let the angle between A vector and B vector be theta. the angle between A vector and B vector, let it be theta, and this angle let it be beta. So in that figure also the angle between A vector and B vector, let it be theta, and the angle between this resultant with that of A vector is, let it be beta. In the previous case the angle between the resultant and the A vector is beta. Then the magnitude of that of resultant, that is the resultant magnitude of that of resultant is given by A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta square root, or magnitude of R vector, that is R, that is the magnitude of that of resultant, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta square root. That means the magnitude of that of resultant is given by, then what is the angle, or at what is the direction of that of resultant? For that reason we treat it as tan of beta. Tan of beta is equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. The direction of that of resultant is tan beta is equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta, where theta is the angle between these two vectors, A vector and B vector, and beta be the angle between the resultant and that of A vector. So in this way we can easily find out the magnitude of that of resultant and also the direction of that of resultant vectors when these two vectors are A vector and B vector. The resultant and the direction we can prove it or we can derive it, but we are previously, that means in our intermediate, we are derived it in a descriptive manner. Just overlook these two, that is the resultant and that one is the direction of that of given vectors. Let us discuss the subtraction of two vectors. How we subtract two vectors? The subtraction of vector B from vector A is same as the addition of vector minus B to that of vector A vector. That means the subtraction of B vector to that of A vector is nothing but the addition of the negative of a B vector to that of A vector. We can written it is in this way. Also we can apply the triangle law of vector addition and parallel law of vector addition in case of subtraction of two vectors, as subtraction is nothing but the addition of its negative vector. So let A be the vector like this and B is the vector like this, then the negative of B vector is just like this, that is minus of B, that is the negative of B vector. Then the resultant of these two vectors we can write, this one is A vector and that one is B vector, that is using the triangle of vector addition. The resultant is just opposite, that is the third side. This one is the resultant, that is R vector is equal to A vector, this one is the minus B vector, that is A vector minus B vector. This one is the resultant of that of vectors when these two vectors are subtracted with each other. This is the triangle of vector addition. Again we can apply the parallelogram law of vector addition. Let this one is the A vector and that one is the minus B vector, then the diagonal of that of parallelogram represents r vector is equal to a vector minus b vector. This is the resultant of this given two vectors when these two vectors are subtracted with each other. In this way we study subtraction of two vectors. Again we discuss some properties of vector addition. It obeys commutative law and associative law. Commutative law in the sense, if a vector is added with b vector, then also the result of b vector plus a vector is same. That means a vector plus b vector is equal to b vector plus a vector. This the addition, that means the addition of vector satisfy commutative law. We can further tell it obeys associative law. How we can write? That is a vector plus b vector plus c vector is equal to a vector plus b vector plus c vector. That is the associative law. Vector addition satisfies commutative law and also associative law. These discussions are based upon two vectors. That means how two vectors are added and how two vectors are subtracted, or some laws regarding this, that is triangle law of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition. But in case when there are more than two vectors, like 3 vectors, 4 vectors, 5 vectors and so on, then how we can add or subtract these vectors, and how we find out the resultant of these vectors. So for that of difficulty, we can use a new types of law, that is Polygon law of vector addition. That is Polygon law of vector addition. What is that law? The addition or sum of more than two vectors can obtained using Polygon law of vector addition. That means when Polygon law of vector addition is introduced when there are more than two vectors, and the law is the statement of that of law. According to law, if a number of vectors acting simultaneously at a point are represented in magnitude and direction by the sides of an open polygon, taken in same order, then the resultant is represented by the closing side of the polygon taken in opposite order. Let vector A, this one is vector B, that one is vector C, and that one is vector D. The condition, what is that of statement? Number of vectors acting simultaneously at a point. This one is the point, and a number of vectors, A vector, B vector, C vector and D vector, a number of vectors are acted at a same point simultaneously. Then what should be its resultant vector? According to the law, that is r vector is equal to a vector plus b vector plus c vector plus d vector. How we can represent? These vectors are nothing but the sides, the adjacent sides of that of open polygon. Let a vector, b vector, c vector and d vector, the adjacent side of open polygon taken in same order, then the resultant is the closing side of that polygon. That is the closing side of the polygon is the resultant of these vectors. In this way, with the help of this video lecture, we are discussed addition of two vectors, how two vectors are added. We introduced two laws, one is triangle of vector addition and another one is parallel law of vector addition. And what should be its resultant, the magnitude of that of resultant and its direction. We are analytically prove in your ISC level, that means intermediate level, but in that case we just remember it as we are discussed the recapitulation of vectors. So subtraction of two vectors, subtraction is nothing but addition, and we also apply triangle of vector addition and parallelogram law of vector addition in case of subtraction. Then the properties of vector addition, that is commutative law and associative law, and the difficulty to face how we can add or subtract more than two variables, two vectors. Then we introduce polygon law of vector addition, and we can easily find out the resultant of that of a number of vectors acting in a single point simultaneously. So with this valuable notes, let me wind up this session. Thank you.